Okay, so as he mentioned, I'm the chiropractor. And it's like, well, why a chiropractor? Because traditionally you think, well, he's the guy that moves bones and helps people get out of pain, right? And or I'm a bone cruncher, right? And for me, that wasn't enough. Helping people get out of pain, but if they're miserable in life and they just get out of pain, it doesn't make them healthy. And here I am doing all these things to stay at the top of my game, focusing on good thoughts and moving my body right and fueling my body perfectly. And I said, you know what, I have to incorporate this. And John, you did my my Strength Finders chart and showed me that I've got that wooing thing that I like to present, and I like to educate people about these things. And so I decided that I'm going to rebrand myself, and I'm going to create this business that I'm calling Able Lifestyle, teaching people how to get better. And it now, in light of what happened on Monday in Las Vegas, I'm committed more than ever on helping people show up as the best them on a daily basis. And that's really what it's about. Let's see if this works. Do I hit the top one? Or?
The side.
The side?
The right side.
So I'm going to. So Able Lifestyle, this is what it is. It truly is constant and never-ending improvement, 1% at a time. And so there's three things that I focus on, and I already said them: thinking better, fueling your body better, and moving better. It's as simple as that. But every day you're learning something about that so that you can show up as the best you ever. And getting in the shape of your life, and to be a hero, and to be a leader to someone, whether it be in a business, for my employees, or for my kids, or for my community, my circle of influence. Be a leader in that. So in the clinic, I focus on helping people get out of pain, but I'm a biohacker too. I want people to be better, And so I've got state-of-the-art technology. This is my Class 4 laser that can penetrate 6 inches into bones, muscles, tissues, and help their body heal 40 to 60% better. I'm the only one in Minnesota that has a Class 4 60-watt laser. That makes me different. And then another thing that I've done is I've created a metabolic program that helps people get in the shape of their life. And the ketones are a great addition to it, but I've got a standing thing that helps people improve their life and their health. And this is an example of some of my patients. So again, going back into those three principles. Number one, thinking better. Improving the quality of your thoughts on a day-to-day basis. And when I'm doing this, when I'm working with someone who's got health issues and they've got troubles and they feel like they're stuck, sometimes I'll get what I call stinking thinking. People like, Doc, you don't understand. It's so bad. My situation's bad, and they're explaining their life, and there's no way out of it. And you're just too optimistic. There's no answer for me. And you go back to this: if you want better answers, you got to ask better questions. So, in those situations, this is what I say: being positive in a negative situation, it's not naive; it's leadership. And that's what I want these individuals. I tell them on a weekly basis: when you get in better shape, when you're feeling better, looking better, thinking better, people are going to look to you. And they're going to ask and say, lead me, help me, just like your college friend, right? The next one, move better. This is, it's ageless wisdom. Plato knew this. Lack of activity destroys the good condition of every human being, while movement and physical exercise save it and preserve it. You got to move better. And if you're going to teach that, you got to lead by example, right? You have to. So I do. I lead by example. I teach my kids how to exercise properly, and we have exercise classes at my office. So leaders, they don't tell you what to do; they show you how it's done. Yeah.
And tell them what that is. That's what do you call that? A pull-up?
It's a muscle-up.
It's a muscle-up.
It's a muscle-up. Yeah.
So you start from the ground,
Yeah.
and you pull yourself up in one move.
Yeah, it's a CrossFit move, and it's kind of like the move that every CrossFitter wants to be able to accomplish at one point. And I couldn't do it, and I kind of accepted it. I said, you know what, this is something, I started CrossFit when I was in my later 40s, and I thought, you know what, I'll probably never be able to do it, and I'm okay with that. And then I took my son to a CrossFit, the CrossFit gym, and on his first day, he went like this, whoosh, like that, and that was it. That's all it took. I was like, I will do one of those by my birthday. And so I set a goal for my 46th birthday to do that, and I worked on it. I was there on my birthday. I tried 3 or 4 times and was really close and failed. The next day I went back and I got one. So that's my story. And the last thing is fueling better. And Ronald Reagan said this, all great changes in America begin at the dinner table. And he probably wasn't talking about exactly just what's on the table, but at the end of the day, success, all it is successful habits. Practicing those on a regular basis. That's it. And so that's what I teach in my office. And then the flip side of it is this, is that, like John mentioned, you know, there is a cost to pay when people are eating bad foods. And people don't realize what the food industry is doing to us. And so I want people to understand the real cost of cheap food, and that the secret killer is the inflammation that comes from these foods that we're consuming. So it's important that we do fuel better. John, like I said, you stole my thunder. Inflammation,
Love it.
it's coming from the bad food. Here, in my practice, 50% of the pain that people are experiencing is not this physical pain because of an injury, it's metabolic, because they're reproducing this cycle of pain from this inflammatory response. And usually it's from this number one thing right here, which is sugar. Yep. And it's in everything. Read your labels. Look at your ketchup, look at your salt. They put sugar in this stuff. So, and what this leads to, again, you stole my thunder, we're not a healthy nation. Metabolic disease. It's killing our nation. And you can't be a leader when you're sick. So, the state of our health, where are we at? In 37 westernized cultures, countries that have the same education for their doctors, the same availability to the research and pharmaceuticals, we're dead last. We're 37th. We got an F for our healthcare system, because the truth is we don't have a healthcare system, we've got a sick care system. And so leaders need to stand up and start teaching people about this. This is how we get healthy. We do something else. We do something different. The other one too, U.S., the most depressed country in the world. The shooter, he was on diazepam for anxiety and depression. So the fix is the Able Lifestyle Fix. And one of the big things that I'm encouraging people to understand is using fat as an energy source. That's ketosis, as opposed to glycolysis, and that's where your body's using sugar. And it messes with your hormones. It's a whole other speech, but ketosis helps stabilize your blood sugar, helps reduce metabolic disease, and helps you become significantly healthier. And like John mentioned, the top researchers on human performance are going crazy over this stuff. 2.5 years ago, when it came out, when the Navy SEALs got it, there was a lot of controversy. If you put this ketone in the body, with carbohydrates, will it still have a good effect? And what the research is showing now is that it's even better than we expected. You can have ketones and not go through the starvation process, and it's affecting our brain. There was a research that I presented on Tuesday about how it's affecting anxiety and depression by helping the brain function at a higher level. Okay. So a lot of the researchers are calling it jet fuel for the brain. In my office, what I do is I teach people 3 things. Eliminate the damaged fats. Get rid of the bad fats, like margarine. All right, that's not a healthy fat, that's a hydrogenated oil. Put in the healthy fats so that your body can use it as fuel. Get rid of toxins, and then again, eliminate the sugars. Start, just one place. If you're doing, sodas every day, or wherever your sugar source is coming, a lot of times it's in beverages. Then I teach them, here's what the healthy fats are. This is what it looks like. You can Google this stuff, you'll find it. One of the big sources of toxins is in our water. And so wherever you're at with the water you're drinking, look at the next step. If it's bottled water, if it's filtered water. In my office, I use an alkalizing machine that purifies the water and pulls out the fluoride and the chlorine. It's incredible stuff. And then again, bring it full circle. What's causing the inflammation that's leading to metabolic disease? It's toxins, glucose, damaged fats, the standard American diet. And the solution really is, it's right here, Able Lifestyle. About 2 years ago, John brought me one of those packets. And to be honest, I told him, he said, I got something for you that will help you with your energy. And I said, I'm not interested. I've been exposed to every energy drink, but on the packet it said keto. And this is something I've been studying for 12 years, nutritional ketosis. Usually we do it through a starvation or a very strict diet where you follow a plan where you're eating 80-85% fat. And the compliance stinks. It's hard. And so my patients struggled, and I'm just, like, just do it, I can do it. Well, they're not me. That's my strength, is I follow nutrition plans. And it's not a lot of theirs, so they struggled. And so when I was introduced to this, it made perfect sense. And, it helps the brain fuel better. It helps you move better because you got more energy and you want to get out and exercise. And it helps you think better. So I said, hey, Able Lifestyle approved. Do I got a couple minutes to show
Sure.
a couple videos? Okay. If I can, I'll show you some of the results I'm getting with my patients. Oh, do I have a volume?
Yeah. Actually, I got a sound thing.
Well, what I'll have to do is if you push it on, I'll connect.
Okay.
There's my speakers. Does it have to be blinking?
Thinking.
I don't know, you got a picture, you want sound too? I mean, come on. Example, right?
Well, let's just play it off of my, yeah. I'll turn that one. So this first one is a Division I soccer player.
State University. I've been dealing with a hamstring injury for about a year. I went into my trainers up at school and they didn't really help me at all. I felt kind of neglected. I wasn't getting any better. I actually started progressing and getting worse. But then in May I came in and I met up with Dr. Brian. He advised doing the laser treatment. He got me adjusted. I was coming in 3 times a week. Everything is doing great. He got me on ketones to help with my energy and everything. So yesterday I played in the game. I got 4 goals and an assist, and I feel just amazing. So thank you, Dr. Brian.
Hey guys, Josh Rapkin coming to you from Costa Rica on the Proven Better trip. Just to give you a little bit of insight, lost over 100 pounds using ketones, and tell you a little bit about what life was like before. Doing things like tying my shoes would take me out of the game. I'd be out of breath. Life was really a drag. I mean, I would say it was great if you asked me, but I was full of shit. Pardon the language. I just didn't know any better. Now I have experienced outstanding, and it's changed my life in so many ways. I'm a better father, better husband, better human being, and I just have more to give for people that I love and myself. And it's been a long journey, but it's been an incredible one. To sit here, actually 120 pounds lighter than I started, it's changed my life in so many ways. I mean, the obvious, but also in a lot of other cool ways. So at 43, I'm sitting here leaner, stronger, faster, and sharper than I've ever been in my life.
So
wait, you're telling me that just drinking a powder, a keto powder,
Yes.
makes you better?
100%. Actually, 1,000%.
It's that easy?
It's that easy.
Awesome.
You know, I'll tell you, my whole life, the funny thing is my whole life I tried different diets, and you lose weight, gain weight, lose fat, lose muscle, gain more fat. I had 10 sets of clothes in case I was going to get big, small, and I don't have any of that shit anymore. I threw it out because it is just that easy. I didn't have to start a program. I just started drinking the drink, and I started wanting to move more. I started feeling better. I started eating less, and amazing things happen. And it's a couple years later now that I'm never going back. And one thing I know for sure is if I can do it, you can do it. It's that easy.
I'm Audrey. I'm 31 years old. I started seeing Dr. Brian about a month ago, and he got me on the Keto OS. So I've been drinking it for about a month. I've lost 17 pounds. My entire 20s, I've been overweight and trying to lose weight. This has been probably the easiest thing I've ever done, the most enjoyable thing I've ever done to lose weight. When I started, I was feeling really crappy about myself. My mood was just terrible. I was feeling really down, and I decided to just do something for my health for once, and it's been awesome and super easy, and I'm happy like all the time. Yay! And it's just really exciting. Good. I love it. Congrats, Audrey. Thank you.
Hey, my name's Jake Owens.
So, I'll just touch a little bit on Audrey, 31, single mom, and what she doesn't say is she was dealing with pretty severe depression, and at times she couldn't get out of bed, and that meant her daughter, who's 5, was watching TV and doing nothing at home. And because she followed my program, the metabolic program, and got on ketones, she's got abundant energy now. She's not depressed. She's not afraid to get in front of people and talk and share her story. So that's the kind of stuff that I'm interested in doing, is helping people show up as the best them on a daily basis. So thank you.